The discus lariat.
The huge suplex.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere. I guess I forgot to take the lock off the old folks' home again. Cause
Did you at least feed them?
I put a little food in their bowl. I hope they're all right.
I doubt it.
I stuck out through the window.
But Aaron is at some speaking engagement, and Chief is off doing something with Scott at the moment. So me and Ryan are here to give you all the news and notes of wrestling this week. What's up, Ryan?
Oh, I had a fantastic week. Renaissance Fair was a roaring success, to say the least.
Nice.
Stuff and things happened. It was a great time. That being said, I'm ready to talk about some wrestling news and rumors and whatnot. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's been a crazy, busy week.
Does that mean that it's story time with Matt Mullen?
That sounds like it.
And now here is your storytelling host, Matt Mullen, the Mr. Rogers of the Fremont Street neighborhood. Take it away, Matt. What's happening in the neighborhood?
So this week
In the neighborhood
of Fremont Street, Metro opened their substation right across the street from our building. And I was like, I wonder how useful this is going to be, really. And there's this one guy that's always talking a mad amount of crap, always causing problems. So I get a call to the eatery, which is 75 feet from the substation. And this guy is like, F you, F that, you ain't going to do nothing. He wants to fight me. So I was like, all right, fool, let's go outside. Screw it. And he was like, oh, come on. And I was slowly backing up. Or no, he was backing up towards the substation, not even realizing what's going on. And I was getting louder and louder, and he was getting louder. And I was like, let's see if there's any cops in here. And then he says something crazy, and all of a sudden 10 cops come pouring out of his place and tackle him. And he was arrested. And I was like, I'm going to love this thing. So it might be an easy way to get rid of the real special ones downtown, because now there's a huge cop presence on Fremont Street. I like it.
So he wasn't wearing a mask like the last guy?
Nah.
No.
He was just a special crazy person. Words I can't say on the air.
You can.
I can. I just don't want to get us canceled.
Just got to pay the bills somehow. So.
So that's my story time for the week. Don't do anything too stupid on Fremont Street, because there's cops everywhere.
Hi, Scott.
So where's the new what?
He said, "Where's
Oh.
the news?"
Oh, we're right here.
It's that guy.
That guy.
Senior citizens have been locked up.
All right, now what?
Now let's go to some wrestling news.
Do you hear that?
I hear it's not just me. I don't hear voices in my head again.
Nope, I hear voices too.
Sweet. Speaking of I hear voices and the man where this thing came from, apparently there's rumors that there's merchandise already approved, and they're planning a big social media campaign for the return of Randy Orton.
Scott, you shut your mouth. You know what? I was reading that the return is supposed to be set for Survivor Series. I don't want it to happen at Survivor Series. I literally said this last week, and I was like, let's not do it at Survivor Series. Let's hold it off until the Rumble. Make it even more special. And then I read that people were saying that, well, if Randy comes back at the Rumble, then he's expected to win the Rumble. No, he's not. Just let him come back at the Rumble. Where are the pops going to happen? Why Survivor Series?
I don't know.
Like, this
Maybe it's
actually
just
upsets me. I don't understand why it's stupid. Hold it off.
Maybe it's because in Chicago and they just want to like shut the CM Punk bullshit up. But it is still one of the big 4 pay-per-views, so they got to do something big to.
They could have waited for Carlito to come back at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
That would have been a big enough pop. I mean, the dude got a massive pop. I don't think a Randy Orton pop is needed for Survivor Series, but I digress.
Who do you want to see him go against when he comes back? Like, who do you want to see him feud against, like, immediately?
Seth, I guess. Bronson Reed. Gunther. By the way, did you see that powerbomb? He actually pulled it off.
Bro,
What
I call that.
the hell?
And I was like, they're solely doing this match so Gunther can powerbomb Bronson Reed. But that was a hell of a match.
I'm gonna not entertain Scott's comments. Suck it. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I like I said, I can wait. I can wait for him to come back, and I can wait for him to actually have a meaningful feud. I don't want him to just be thrown into feuds either. Mainly because he's now Mr. Glass, and he might get hurt again.
True.
So
Definitely got to go against somebody safe if his back is like that fragile.
yeah, and at least most of the guys on the roster are safe. Actually,
Yeah.
99% of the guys are pretty safe. It's just thank God he's not going to AEW to get his neck broken by Luchasaurus. So
Speaking of unsafe workers, there's rumors already going around of the Royal Rumble favorites. And Nia Jax and Raquel Rodriguez are the favorites to win the Women's Royal Rumble. And LA Knight and The Rock are the favorites to win the Men's Royal Rumble.
why is Nia Jax back? Can someone explain that to me, please? I actually, that's a genuine question I have. If anyone would like to tap into the comments and actually explain to me a logical reason why Nia Jax has been brought back to the company, please do so. And if you are a Nia Jax fan, please send all hate mail to ryan@gmail.com. Oh man, that's tough. First of all, I don't think Nia Jax needs to be in that position. She's being billed as an attraction. So let her do that, I guess, and continue hurting people. And then Raquel Rodriguez needs something like the Rumble win to make her important because, man, she comes out and just, I don't care at all. I don't think she's terrible. It's just she has no personality at all.
That's what I've been saying for like the longest time. Everyone's like on this hype train of Raquel Rodriguez, and I'm like, bro, like her only attribute is her back, and she doesn't even have like a
sculpted
ridiculously muscled back.
Yeah,
So
she only had that back when she was dating Braun Strowman. Scott, Scott said there's no buffets in Vegas open, so she's got to go there. Oh my God, I agree.
She's got about to have a hole in the bottom of her plate or something.
Whew. Oh man, everyone was saying, "Oh, this is bad." See now, oh man, here we go. All right, cancel me if you have to. But when she came back, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, she lost so much weight." And I was like, "Where?" Because I'm pretty sure she found it on the way to the ring. Anyway, so apparently also the men's rumors are LA Knight. Yeah, and The Rock. I'm going to tell you right now, The Rock is out. The Rock's not doing. He's not. Movies are back. Or
they're expecting that strike to be over at like the beginning of the year, and he's going to go film like 10 things like almost immediately.
Yeah, so he's out. And then you have LA Knight, and you got to throw Cody back in there because they got to finish the story somehow.
Yeah.
So
that's like the rumored main event for WrestleMania 40. Cody versus Roman again.
I'm okay with it.
Me too.
I'm okay with it. Am I now? No, I'm never going to be woke, Scott. Never.
Speaking of, we got some WWE news. It was announced on their social media that it's official. LA Knight gets his chance.
Yeah.
Versus Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. Does LA Knight have a chance?
No, he doesn't. Roman's holding the title until WrestleMania. It's
True.
very obvious. Also, I was worried that I said this last week, I was worried that this is going to happen because I don't know if he has to lose dirty. He has to lose dirty. It cannot be a clean victory, but it has to be a convincing dirty, like a dirty loss.
Yeah.
It can't just be like roll up or spear and he got distracted by Solo in the corner. It has to be something where he's convincingly beating Roman and then some screwy shit happens and then he goes, okay, he gets beat. I don't know. He gets like the Samoan spiked by Solo and then maybe a splash by Jimmy and then finally the spear by Roman. It needs something like that. To keep it where he doesn't lose any luster and he can continue taking that rocket.
True.
So I don't know. I was worried that they were gonna put him in this position, and I still feel, even with all that, I still think it's too soon. And he needs to let it build a little bit more. That's personally what I think.
Speaking of Crown Jewel, I think something really bad is about to happen.
What?
Logan Paul is going for the United States title against Rey Mysterio, and I don't see how he's not going to win it.
Now, when you said, speaking of Crown Jewel, something bad is about to happen, I thought you were going to talk about something that comes back once in a while. But never mind.
What's that?
Herpes.
Giggity.
No, it makes me sick to my stomach. But he's really good, so I mean...
He's good, but he's still Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah, no, hate me if you want. Logan Paul is a better wrestler than half the AEW roster, than 90% of the AEW roster, so let that sink in. Including Jon Moxley. So there's that.
On Raw, the Judgment Day recaptured the tag team championships after beating Cody and Jay after a screwy finish from Jimmy. What do you think about Judgment Day capturing the tag belts again?
So it being so short makes no sense to me. It didn't add anything to the story at all. At all. The only thing it added was viewership for the opening night of Raw, the season premiere of Raw. But it didn't add anything to the story. It didn't really take anything away from the story either. It was just, I don't know. It seems like they did a sidestep for a day and then came back. It's stupid to me. It was pointless. Them winning the tag titles. The best thing that came out of that was the backstage interview. Yeet! That was the best thing they did. Like that was that little 20-minute interview was better than their title reign.
True.
So, speaking of that, did you hear that they did those voices in your head also tell you that there's new tag team titles that were backstage at Raw?
It was?
Yep. New tag title designs. One with one set of blackstrap tag titles, and they were backstage pulling the cover off to see what looks better on camera. The other set was red and blue.
Oh.
Totally different plate designs.
Oh wow.
And they kept testing to see what each one looks like on camera. So they're actively trying to figure out what they're gonna have on TV. Nice. And then the Raw and SmackDown designs are completely different. So they're not like copy and paste dimes anymore.
They're gonna have different. They're splitting the belts finally.
Well, that's what it looks like because the report that I saw stated that they had two different designs for one for Raw, one for SmackDown.
Nice.
So it's just a combination of, is it going to be a black strap or are they going to be red and blue still? Personally, I think they should go back to black straps because that licorice strap looks stupid.
For all you belt collectors out there, ha.
That's me. He's ha-haing at me. I'm one of them. And first of all, you know what, Scott? This is an oversized T-shirt, so shut up.
Survivor Series is officially sold out, so I think whatever they're going with this Randy Orton thing, because it's like all the hype around there, I wonder if that's the reason it's sold out or just because it's Survivor Series.
Probably because it's Survivor Series, but I really think that that the rumors of Orton obviously are going to help.
Yeah,
but it's Survivor Series.
True.
I mean,
the Big Four, I think, just sell out just because of what they are.
Yeah, and so Ronald just said, "How about the brand wars beginning again?" Personally, I could care less. I could care less about Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce doing this friendly rivalry. Like, why are we doing this again? How many more times are we going to go back to the same dry story?
Very true.
Why can't we just do it? Hey, you want a team? I'm going to get my team. Let's fight each other. Let's see who's better. Why can't we just do that? Why does it have to be, I'm Raw, you're SmackDown, I'm better than you? Shut up. Why?
Get out of my building.
Yeah. Although that skit was actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. I did like that. It was done very well. Pierce, his face was perfect walking out of the building or walking out of the office there. It was very like, all right, I got you. So,
like, all right.
So
all right,
I do like that. And then having Jay kind of be like, okay, let's go, coach type thing. That was cool. But as far as the brand wars thing, I could care less. I hated it. I don't think the roster should ever be split. I don't think that there should be separate shows with separate people on them in any capacity. I understand that back in the day, yes, that we had technically a soft brand split, but still your stars were featured on both shows.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. I get it. It's for the machine. They want to make more and put people everywhere, but I don't know. I hate it.
Speaking of the Big Four, I saw an interesting thing. As tickets were going on sale, there was like this ranking of the MLB stadiums. Tropicana Field was number 32 of 32. Is the worst MLB stadium in all of Major League Baseball. That's where the Royal Rumble is about to be.
That sucks. That really sucks. I don't know. I saw the layout too. It looks terrible. Like the floor seating goes back so far. If you're sitting anywhere past like the fourth floor section, you're not going to see anything.
No.
I mean, it looks ridiculous.
Imagine like 500 people standing right in front of you. You'd be like,
yeah, you're watching the screens the whole time instead of, I don't know. I don't think they should do baseball stadiums. I think baseball stadiums are stupid. I also think baseball sucks. So there's food for thought for all you baseball marks out there.
I think just the way like the field's so big that they just want to expand on the field. And I was like, we've been to enough wrestling events that you kind of know where to sit, like everywhere. But like sitting way that far back into the floor wouldn't even be like a fun thing to do.
No, I was miserable at SummerSlam, and I was in the third section.
Yeah.
And I was able to see, but how about everybody else? They weren't probably able to see. That sucks.
Very true.
So, Ronald said they're actually building a new stadium.
Oh, then for Tropicana Field?
I guess so, yeah.
Nice.
But it's not going to be done in time for the Rumble, though, right? Like
no.
Yeah. So they're going to the shitty baseball. Baseball sucks.
What was your thoughts on the Gunther Bronson Reed match?
Wow, first of all, because he really powerbombed him. And I didn't think that was going to happen. I said it. I'll be the first one to own up to it that I was like, that I said he was going to have to get him off the turnbuckle and do a proper powerbomb. This dude really powerbombed freaking Bronson Reed. I cannot believe that.
That was wild.
I
thought it was going to be like the same thing too, where you like hit him with like the punches, all of a sudden he's just going to be like, nope. Bah!
Yeah. I need to collect my thoughts a little bit, so we should probably go to commercial because I don't know how to.
Took your breath away. Let's go to commercial and we'll figure it out.
I'm still shocked.
D'Lo Brown. If you want to be part of one of the greatest podcasts on the world, Thoughts Count Anywhere, every Saturday, 9 to 11 Pacific. Now recognize that. Hey, everybody, Aaron Phillips, and I'm standing with Anthony Miller. Hey, I have a quick question for you. What's the name of your favorite wrestling show? Thoughts Count Anywhere. What a convenience. Saturday, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific. If this guy watches it, better watch it also on Facebook. This is your warlord of weird Sin Bodhi, and you are watching Thoughts Count Anywhere right here on Facebook, Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. Pacific Coast time. Stay tuned. Do I look like I'm clowning around? Buddy, I'm Aaron Phillips, and I am with the legend, Sabu. And Sabu, you were telling me earlier about a special wrestling show that you really like, and that is what? Thoughts Count Anywhere, that's a coincidence. The same show that runs Saturdays, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific, right here on Facebook. You better listen to the man to watch.
Aloha, this is April Hom, the Royal Hawaiian from Glow, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere.
And we're back.
Gunther,
You're good now?
I'm not. You know why? Because Gunther's very quickly becoming my favorite active member of the roster. And his new shirt is so freaking cool. I'm going to get it.
I haven't seen it, honestly.
It's a pretty cool shirt.
I'll have to go check it out. Who do you think's actually going to beat Gunther for the Intercontinental title?
It has to be Gable. It has to be Gable. Let him have it. He deserves it. But shoot Gunther straight to the moon after that. Straight to the moon, bye-bye. You know what's funny? You were talking about how Survivor Series is already sold out.
Yeah.
How many weeks away is Survivor Series?
The end of November, so like 4 or 5 weeks.
So 4 or 5 weeks away. And I was watching. I wasn't watching. There was no point to watch. I looked at photos of AEW's last show. Man, there was more than half the arena tarped off. And it was a small arena in San Antonio, Texas. That's scary.
That is. They showed like certain pictures when Sting was like announcing his
I saw those.
retirement. It was almost like, I know they got like the right spot of like the hard camera section, but it damn near looked like an empty arena.
There was no,
You know, like everyone's on the other side, but
there was
it's
no,
wild. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
I was saying it's weird that like AEW can't get enough people just to like fill around the hard cam, and
I understand when people take a photo of hard cam and it's that one section. But when you look at the photos of AEW's hard cam section, it's like the entire
side of the arena, yeah.
And then you look up and it's like, oh, that's just all tarped off too. So literally everyone's been put down into lower bowl.
Yeah.
Amateur hour.
Speaking of, we can go into AEW for a second. Sting did announce his retirement for Revolution 2024. Who do you think Sting's last match is going to be against?
Edge. Adam. Who else?
I think Tony Khan's honestly such a mark. He's going to bring Ric Flair. Sting talked way too much about Ric Flair.
Oh my God. Please don't do that. Please don't. Tony, listen. Put down the Coke. Don't use your human action figures and make dream matches, especially when they can't function on a day-to-day basis and they've taken way too many headshots in their entire career. Sting can still wrestle. Let him wrestle against somebody safe. Let him wrestle against Edge. He never wrestled Edge.
No.
That would be great to see. Knowing Tony Khan, though, he'll be like, I want him to wrestle John Moxley.
In a death match.
Yeah, in a death match. Or he'll have him face Darby Allin. And then it'll be like Sting passing the torch to Darby Allin, who weighs 13 pounds.
That's what I honestly thought it was going to be when I first thought about it. And I was like, oh, that's even against Darby Allin just to be like, you're the next Sting.
No, he's not.
Or Adam Copeland, because it's never happened, and
That's a good match.
that'd be a cool thing to happen.
Yeah.
But it's Tony Khan, so I totally see Ric Flair versus Sting.
Please don't.
At Revolution.
Please don't do this. Please. Nobody. Look. Chief said Sting versus Darby Allin. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Because.
And it should be an ambulance match just because someone's going to need one after.
Yeah. My biggest problem with Sting versus Darby Allin is I don't care. Darby Allin is not. I mean, that's a horrible retirement match. If you look at the grand scheme of things, everyone who Sting has wrestled in his entire career, and his last match is going to be against some kid that looks like he works at AutoZone. That's terrible, man. Like the dude, he doesn't know. He doesn't look like he works at AutoZone. He looks like he works at Zoomies or Vans. Like, come on, man. Let him wrestle Edge. Or that's literally the only person on the roster I'd actually be like, yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah.
And even then, man, I don't know. I don't know. That's oof.
Speaking of horrible AEW ticket sales.
Oh boy.
The Big Show made an appearance on OVW because they're doing a show, I guess, in Ohio soon. And he literally went to the ring to promote buy one, get one free tickets. Bro, that's wild.
Yeah. That's tough. That's tough because I think they're too far along into their existence to start doing that. To have to be in that situation. They made a mistake by poking the bear, and the bear poked back and put them in check real quick with that NXT show, showing that, hey, we can put NXT and it'll get more viewers than your main roster of GameStop employees. This goes to show the level of professionalism that WWE has for its talent, for its programming. It is a machine, and you can be an AEW mark if you want, but you can't say that WWE is not the epitome of everything. We all watch it. We all know what it is. There's people that I can be like, have you watched AEW? Do you know what AEW is? And they will tell me, what the hell is that?
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of people that I'm like, oh, have you ever watched AEW? Nope. Never watched AEW? Nope. It's painfully obvious that you say WWE or you say wrestling and people immediately go WWE. I've never heard anyone say AEW.
True.
And that, you know what? I want Tony to succeed because I love the wars, but at the same time, oh man, it's not doing it, pal. Put down the Coke and it might do it. So
also in AEW, MJF is now 10 days away from being the longest reigning AEW world champion. Did you catch on Dynamite when he shook Kenny Omega's hand? He was like 13 days, bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell I just look it up. I wasn't even sure what it meant. I realized he was 13 days away from being the longest champion.
So when they do little things like that, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
I love those little. That's it's like a borderline fourth wall type little thing, and I like that. I think it's really cool. I think it adds a little bit of oh, is he gonna come for him? So it adds to the story. So I appreciate that. They have good moments like that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna take that away from them. But he's gonna beat the record. Yeah. There's no way he's not. And then how long is he gonna keep it after that? Are they gonna try to look at him and see if he can pull a Roman and just keep it forever? Because, man, I don't think the AEW fan base will handle that too well.
No.
So.
I don't think Jay White's necessarily going to beat him for the belt, but probably the next challenger will end up winning.
Who?
If it's not Bryan Danielson or Adam Copeland, I'd be stunned.
Do you think it's already time to put the belt on Edge?
I could see him doing it.
I mean, actually, I'm doing it too. But
it's not like he has to build a reputation for anything. It's freaking Edge.
he needs to build a reputation apparently to get some more viewers over there. Because man,
even his debut, like it dropped ratings somehow. That's insane to me. But
didn't the same thing happen with Punk's debut too?
that was like the first time they hit 1 million viewers.
Oh, but then after that it went down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it went down like 40% like the next week.
Whew, man, that's tough. Yeah, y'all need some help out there, man. A lot of help, I guess.
Speaking of Ric Flair from earlier, I did see like an interview with him this week, and he said the most he ever made in his career in 1 year wrestling was $800,000. Just kind of crazy for like the time, because if he was here now, it would be a lot more. But just doing signings and stuff he does now, he makes more than double that yearly.
That's insane. But that also goes to show why he was wrestling as long as he did.
Yeah.
Dude has like rebranded himself 4 different times. Energy drinks, his own line of pot, his own clothing line, but he has something else too.
He's got like rappers like in songs.
Yep. Featured in songs. I mean, he's done a full rebrand.
He's got shoes.
She's got shoes? What? I want a pair of Ric Flair shoes. Really?
Yeah.
Are you? Who makes them? Who makes them? Who? Is it? What is it like? Is it like a Nike, Reebok? What is it? Or is
I
it?
want to say they're Nikes.
Get out of here! Ric Flair has Nikes. Are they basketball shoes? Because I will gladly play with them. But while you're looking up,
they're Adidas.
Adidas. Oh, you're talking about the Dame Lillards. Well, yeah, that's a Damian Lillard thing. Damian Lillard had a whole Ric Flair moment where he got his custom shoes done.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then he also made some Stone Cold ones.
Nice.
I think he did Kane and Undertaker too, if I'm not mistaken. But they were not as extravagant as the Ric Flair ones. They were just like Kane and Undertaker on the tongue of on the inside.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy.
Gotcha.
But, man, that's good for Ric Flair. I think, man, he really. I mean, I really think he's making. He's going to make more money in the next 5. Well, probably has in the last 5 years. Made more money than he did in his entire wrestling career.
For sure. But I wonder if he's done with like all these alimony payments from all these women. So he can actually keep all this money for now.
I feel like by now he might be done.
I would hope so.
But then again, it's Flair. So he's probably. First of all, I'm just gonna touch on this because am I crazy or like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, I am. But for Ric Flair to have that many alimony payments, you'd think he'd be a better looking dude. I'm just saying, ladies, what are you thinking? Because Ric Flair looks like shit, and y'all were just letting him in.
Money in the hog.
No standards. No standards. Be better.
NWA landed a TV deal with the CW network. Do you think that's going to get him more views than
What are they on now?
YouTube?
Are they really just on YouTube? Whew. So they're on CW. What time slot?
They haven't
4 in the
said
morning?
yet. I hope not. Hope it's an actual like good.
Does anyone watch CW? Does CW still exist?
Yeah, it used to be where like Arrow, Flash, Legends, and like all those DC shows were on.
But that was when DC was going through that terrible time where they were trying to be like Marvel, and Marvel was just killing the game.
No, DC actually had like really good shows. They just make real terrible movies. Like the shows were good.
I just want to know what channel CW is on.
DirecTV, I think it's like 33.
I'm gonna just say this: if the NWA gets more viewers than any episode at all of AEW, I don't care what it is, I'm gonna laugh so hard, and then I'm gonna do a cardboard cutout of Tony Khan, I'm going to glue a bag of Coke to his nose. I'm going to prop it up right here. We'll have to blow the Coke part out, YouTube and whatnot. Coca-Cola, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking about the other stuff.
PWI released the women's 250 top women from July of 2022 to July of 2023.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now.
This list is pretty wild.
I strongly disagree with number 10.
I would say some stuff about number 10 that would probably get us canceled because I can't stand her.
Do it now. Join the dark side.
The PWI 250 list. We'll give you the top 10 and give our thoughts. Number 1, Rhea Ripley. Totally makes sense.
Oh my God. So many Rhea Ripley marks. It's so ridiculous.
Number 2, Giulia.
You guys, look, you know what it is? Can I, the Rhea Ripley thing? I'm going to say this right now. All you Rhea Ripley marks just want to get pegged by her. That's what it is.
Hard pass.
Fucking weirdos.
So how big of the one would you take for Jade Cargill?
Shut up.
Fool.
Why is she not number 1? Where
she's
is
number
she at?
14.
She doesn't.
I looked it up.
I don't know how she's not number 2.
Number 3, Bianca Belair. Number 4, Jamie Hayter. Number 5, Tam Nakano. Number 6, Athena. Number 7, Deonna Purrazzo. Number 8, Willow Nightingale. Number 9, Camille. Number 10, Jordan Grace.
Who wrote this list? Meltzer?
Pro Wrestling Illustrated? I don't think Meltzer.
Because it looks like a Meltzer list. It literally looks like a Dave Meltzer list.
There's a lot of Japanese women on it. I even looked for some of the girls from UWW, and I couldn't find one of them. It's literally a ton of Japanese girls.
Viva Van is on it.
She better be.
Yeah, she is. She's up there too, which
Nice.
is kind of cool. I think I don't remember.
Well, it goes off title wins, matches, and she was the belt collector for a hot minute.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. Are we really, are we counting indie or are we counting everything? Because does indie actually count?
Ask Viva Van or Matt Cardona. Yeah, they count.
Right, but I'm saying there has to be a line drawn because the masses don't see these people.
Yeah.
So do you just consider major promotions in this list and then drop it down? 250 is outrageous. Really? 250? Who sat down and really was yeah, Jordan Grace is for sure number 10. I love Athena, but really 6? Come on. Athena? Number 6?
This is crazy because this is I read a pretty cool fact that this is the first time in 10 years not one member of the 4 Horsewomen is in the top 10.
You know what? You're right. Where the hell is Charlotte?
Charlotte is number 21. Becky Lynch is number 29. Bayley is 41. And Mercedes Moné / Sasha Banks isn't on the list because she didn't come back before this list was
Oh my God.
put into consideration.
That is madness. I don't even know what to say about that.
Just say, what?
What?
Yeah.
But I think we should go to break so I can look at the rest of this list and give you another, a little bit more of an educated opinion on who needs to be moved up and who needs to be taken off the top 10.
All right, for sure. Let's go to break and we'll get onto that.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
Find the art Valley Gallery. I've got to have it.
So colorful.
I can't live without it. You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery.
We're back. I'm still looking at this crazy list.
Oh, so
How crazy is it?
it's just ridiculous. Like this is just like, what is happening here? And then there's missing ones like 138, 139. They're just empty. I just wow. Owen Wilson. Wow. Okay. So I'm just gonna go right into the 11 through 20 real quick because Asuka's number 11 and she has been extremely prominent. Now here are the other requirements, I guess, or factors. Championships won, quality of competition, major feuds, prominence within the wrestler's promotion, or overall wrestling ability. What?
I don't know. I don't even get where like
what? I'm sorry. How is Charlotte 21 on this list?
It makes no sense to me.
How is Bailey 41? She's been active the entire year, and been focused heavily with two other people, a 3-person faction this entire time she's been back.
Yeah.
How is she not prominent?
How is Becky Lynch not prominent?
Who made PW Insider? What is wrong with you? I know what's wrong with you guys.
Someone who likes Japanese women, apparently.
It's you know why? Because PW Insider, you're a bunch of marks, and you're the same guys who are out here defending AEW every chance you get. So I get it. It's fine. Masha Slamovich is 13.
No.
I'm sorry, but her being on Impact alone is like, even on Impact, there was a good 6-month period where she wasn't on TV.
Yeah, she was like featured for like Bound for Glory last year, had like the rematch at the next pay-per-view, and
then she was off TV.
Yeah,
and then Naomi came in, and now Mickie James is back, and I don't know what Slamovich is doing.
I don't either.
What is it? What? Who? What? What? Ronda Rousey is 22.
From those times, she was like probably like one of the main women in the company.
Ronda? But like, how is Ronda Rousey number 22 and Becky is 41? This doesn't make sense. Make it make sense, America. I need assistance. I need to know. Why?
Who would be your top 3?
Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Oh, that's tough. Okay, my top 3.
Like Jade Cargill, and Jade Cargill.
Honestly? Okay.
How is she even like 14? She's champion the entire time.
Exactly. So we're talking relevance here. Let's be real. If just based off of this list alone, exactly what they're saying, it should be Ripley, Cargill, and then Charlotte or Becky. If we're being completely honest, that's what it actually should be, based off of the requirements that's listed on this criteria here. Roxanne Perez to be 15, that's a little much. Somebody's a mark for her. She's been very hot and cold. So I don't know. That one's tough, man. Like Taya Valkyrie, 26. Really? When's the last time she was featured on TV?
Tuesday.
She might have been because I didn't watch. So. Actually, she's not even. Oh, she's on. Britt Baker is. I just saw her. She's 36. That kind of makes sense because she's been MIA for a while.
Yeah, but this is from like July of 2022 to July of 2023 is when this list was.
Okay, so 100% Jade Cargill should be number 2 on this list. because the entire time she was champion.
Yeah.
Why? Who? PW Insider, go home. You're drunk. Oh, I know what it is because PW Insider's hanging out with Tony Khan and doing a little bit of snow.
Building snow cones.
They're building snow cones. That's what they're doing. Snow angels in the backstage area.
Speaking of Impact, I think they're making a horrible mistake.
Oh boy, I was
Have
waiting.
you been
for
following
this
about like the whole CM Punk Ace Steel thing?
Yes, I have.
No. Impact has a great idea of bringing in Ace Steel as a producer for Bound for Glory weekend.
So he can bite people.
Apparently.
Why? Impact. I think Impact is just trying to do something to be shocking, and this is their way to do it. Because I heard that they offered a contract to CM Punk as well.
True. I think this is gonna like spark the rumors heavily that Punk is coming because Ace Steel is his guy. So if he shows up, what if CM Punk shows up at Bound for Glory?
Whew.
Will that finally get eyes on Impact?
No. CM Punk did nothing for AEW. Why would
he did stuff for AEW
for a week?
Oh.
CM sucks for a reason. Okay. Of course, the name alone is going to bring something, but it's going to be a flash in the pan.
True.
Is it worth the investment? I don't think it's worth the investment. It's never. He's proven time and time again he is just not worth any investment. He's a problem. And so long, I was willing to say, "Oh, it's just people being soft in the AEW locker room." Everywhere he goes, he has an issue. And this was back in the Ring of Honor days. He had the issues. In his like super indie days, he had issues. He has promoters that are like, "Dude, this guy sucks. He's just a horrible person. He's a prick." And it catches up.
True.
And I see why Booker T said WWE would gain nothing from hiring CM Punk. He's a problem and a cancer to the locker room. I'm glad Booker T said that because if somebody else said that, they'd be like, "Oh, that's just them hating."
So did Seth Rollins, actually.
Seth said that too?
Yeah. Is it like a 2K thing? And they're like, "What do you think about bringing CM Punk?" He goes, "Oh, no, I hate Phil. Keep him out of here. He's a cancer."
Whoa. I like it. I like that. Just one thing. I know we already moved away from that list, but I just caught something caught my eye.
What was that?
Local wrestler Sandra Moon is on this list.
Oh wow.
She is actually number 164.
Wow.
And I think that's really cool. So congratulations to her for making that list. Anyway, back to Impact and doing Ace Steel. Wow. Please don't. You know what? You guys are gonna do what you do. Just do it. I want to watch the world burn. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Speaking of the list, I just saw two names next to each other that's almost, I don't know why they're next to each other, but 150 is Chelsea Green and 151 is Lila Gray.
Yeah, she is.
One's a baddie and one's a champion.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, Chelsea should be higher on the list because she's been a lot more active this year. Gray has not.
True.
So, I get it. I mean, I don't get it. I get why Layla Gray is so low. I don't understand why Chelsea is so low. I mean, she's been prominently featured the majority of the year. So,
very true.
And then Chris Statlander was pretty high on the list, but she was missing for the whole year.
Yeah, if it was from July to July, she was only
active for like 4 months in that time period.
When was Double or Nothing?
July.
It was in May, so she was only there for
2 months.
2 months.
What? Who's? Oh, this is why no one believes when PW Insider writes dirt sheets anymore.
No,
because you guys just make stupid lists. Stop it.
It's kind of funny. Like before we did the podcast, I would kind of glance over the dirt sheets to like just see what was going on, be nosy.
Mm-hmm.
But then like doing this and like having to put like these sheets together, I'd like really read them, see like what's really going on. And you would check like the dirt sheets at like 3:00, start writing stuff down, get notes together. Then you go check it at like 5:00, and it contradicted everything they said at 3:00.
Yeah, that happens a lot, especially when it's like Rumble to WrestleMania season.
All the time.
There's daily changes, and then they don't even acknowledge that they completely made something up in the beginning.
Nah.
And then it's just like, yeah, Stone Cold's coming back now. But early, like 3 hours prior, it was like Stone Cold's never wrestling again. And then all of a sudden, Stone Cold's wrestling. What? Get your shit together, guys.
Speaking of the number one woman on the PW 250 list, an Australian news company announced that Rhea Ripley is going to headline Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
From Perth, Australia. Who do you think's going to main event with her?
When is the chamber?
February.
Oh.
The show before Mania.
That's a long time from now. Ooh. Who do they build for that? Somebody has to. Oh man, that's tough.
I honestly think it's going to be an Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah.
For the title.
Yeah.
Because I think they're going to save Becky versus Rhea for Mania.
Okay.
So if it's not a Elimination Chamber match with like maybe Becky and Rhea being the last two to set up something for Mania, maybe, but I don't see like a one-on-one like main event women's title match.
There's going to be a WWE World. See, can we do that now? A WWE World Championship chamber and a Women's World Championship chamber. So are both the winners going to pick the SmackDown titles to go after?
Oh, shit. All right.
Or is someone going to challenge Rhea for the Raw title from SmackDown? Or is it going to be Jade Cargill? Oh, baby.
Well, there's like a lot of talks that it's going to be her versus Charlotte for Mania. They said there's been a lot of stare downs the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, there was.
And that's going to like set up like Mania and like future events. Like Cody versus Reigns, Jimmy versus Jay, Becky, Rhea, Charlotte, Jade.
But I read a thing that said Jade was now officially on the Raw brand.
Oh, she is?
Or penciled to be on the Raw brand.
There's a thing called an eraser, and they change their mind like 100 times a day.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
They could put her on whatever brand and set up her versus Charlotte at WrestleMania somehow.
Oh, because Charlotte's just going to win the freaking title somehow because it's Charlotte and 30-time women's champion.
Every time she's like in a title match, there's always that possibility.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's like, well, here she's going to win again. You already know she's going to hold the title at some point this year.
Oh,
the year's not over. Charlotte will be a champion again. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. Man, is that it for the wrestling news today?
Yeah, there's not. Covered a lot.
That seems like it, huh? I feel like we should talk about something really big that happened. Something really, really big that happened on Friday.
Something like Vegas related?
Yeah, something Vegas related.
The frauds.
Something related to this really nice hat that I wore today.
The frauds.
This hat says 2023 WNBA champions. Las Vegas Aces, baby.
The frauds.
So, the Aces, back-to-back WNBA champions. For the first time in 25 years, a team has gone back-to-back to win the title.
That's awesome.
I couldn't be happier. I would be inclined to say, and I know, by the way, look at this shirt. Look at that. That is nice. That is nice. Shout out to Be the Roses on Instagram. She makes some really cool t-shirts. So, you know, I don't want to gatekeep, so go get a t-shirt from her. But a little cheap pop there, a little cheap plug for you. But I think it is so cool. I would be pressed to say the Knights have twice as much pressure on them now, because now it's expected that they do the exact same thing.
True.
Not realizing how difficult this is going to be with their season literally being twice as long and twice as physical, 10 times more as physical.
They already tied the record for like the best record starting from a
Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
reigning Stanley Cup champions.
Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Today is the day that they break the record.
So they got their shit together still.
Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Let it organically happen. I want so badly to put my money on the table and say 2-peat for Vegas all the way around. We don't talk about the Raiders. Nobody cares about them.
Yeah.
But the
Send
real
it back to Oakland.
The real Vegas teams.
Yeah.
The Aces and the Knights. Man, this city will flip out. It will. The parade, first of all, can I just talk about the parade? Because the parade is for the Aces is going to be Monday at 5 p.m.
Where are they doing it?
Same route they took for the Golden Knights into the Toshiba Plaza. It's the same route they're doing for the Aces.
Nice.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. I want to see what this city does if the Knights pull this off again.
We said it starts at 5?
5 p.m.
I'm going to try to get there.
I will be there at 4 o'clock.
I know you will. I'll try to get off at 4 o'clock. If I can get over there.
I will be there in all my gear, excited and ready to lose my shit. I literally, I mean, it makes me so happy that Vegas sports is so big on the map right now.
Very true.
If this isn't a sign to Adam Silver from the NBA, the commissioner, if this is not a sign to him that says Vegas needs an NBA team, because he has been teasing this for far too long. Going on 5-6 years now. Yeah, we know the demand is there in Vegas. Yeah, we know the demand is there in Vegas. So give us a freaking team, dude. What are you doing? Give us a team.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I heard they really want to give like Vegas and Seattle a team, but they're waiting for like the TV rights deal to go through before they start like announcing more teams. But what a perfect spot to announce a new team than that in-game was like in-season tournament or whatever that's here.
Hear me out. The in-season tournament, I think, is stupid. It doesn't do anything. It's just throwing more trophies at people that don't need them. But that was the plan that was supposed to be announced there. So I don't know. Let's see. It doesn't matter. Aces, baby. 2-peat. 2-peat. And guess what's going to happen next?
3-peat. It's kind of crazy. They won the whole season. They were just so dominant. And then it was like people started getting injured and everyone's like, oh my God, are they really not going to like pull this off? And then they were like, hold my beer. Watch this.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
So we got to skedaddle up out of here. Do you have any final thoughts for everybody?
Final thoughts for you guys. Show up to the parade on Monday. Support the Las Vegas Aces. Let's crowd that entire freaking Toshiba Plaza. And you know, I don't care if you guys are good to each other. You don't bother me. Screw you guys. What do you think? What final words do you have, Matt?
Everybody come to the parade. It's going to be a crazy time. I'm going to try to be there. Come down to Fremont Street, do some crazy shit. Give me some stories for next week.
I'll be there tonight. I'll be on Fremont. Maybe I'll give Matt his story for the week. Who knows?
You never know. It's a Saturday night on Fremont Street with a big concert.
Oh, bye.
Usually some crazy shit happens. But everybody have a good week. See y'all next week. Maybe I'll unlock them old folks out of there. Maybe we'll have a full crew next week. I don't know. Seems like they always have some shit going on. Everybody have a good week.